good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you, the good and wonderful people of the tube. Hope you're feeling grand, and all is well in your world. Hello there, everybody. Today's vid, today's vid was going to be the demo of this fantastically gorgeous instrument you see before you here. But I can't do that today, as I have slept funny and my back is in quite a lot of pain. And standing up for a long period of time demoing a guitar is not the wisest of choices today. So instead, what I thought I would do, people of Tube, is do a comparison video. So, what am I comparison-onying? I'm comparison-onying. I can't speak today either, but hey, that's normal for Dave. He is an idiot after all. Anyway, so we're comparison-onying this early 1970s Fender Strat copy. This is not a Fender, this is a 70s Strat copy. Early 70s though. This is... I'm not going to talk too much about this. I'm going to save a lot of the details for the video, so I'm not going to bore you to tears with this one. But this is a very early 1970s Japanese-made Fender copy. And this is not. This is a 1979 Fender Strat. And it's gorgeous. If you've seen it, you've been around the channel, you've probably seen this guitar. You haven't seen this guitar yet, but you will see much more of it, believe me. This guitar is a keeper, as well as this one. Anyway, what I thought to do today, people of Tube, is just do a comparison video tonally. I will talk about comparisons as well quickly, body-wise and construction-wise. But I wanted to do like a comparison between a real 70s Fender and a fake 70s Fender. Because the thing about the 70s was there was a lot of these guitars coming out of Japan. You know, you had Ibanez, Jedson, which is what this is. You know, you had Columbus, Antoria. There's a few others as well, which I can't think off the top of my head now. And they're extremely, extremely good copies of the real thing. You know, if you want to call it the real thing. You know, because this is as much as a real thing as this thing is, you know. Funny enough, this thing's actually older than this. This is an early 70s, this is a late 70s. But either way... so these things are amazing, and I stand by these old copies a lot. I mean, you've seen quite a lot on my channel, you know how much I love my Tyscos and stuff like that, and I think these things are incredible. So I thought I'd do today is like do a little bit of a shootout between the two tonally. So we're just going to do the neck and the bridge pickups just because we'll be here all day. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a totally clean tone, like literally crystal clean, a semi-broken up John Frusciante-esque kind of dirty clean tone with the golden plexi, and then we're also going to use get a full-out distortion tone with the governor and golden plexi as well. And I'll do like the same phrase on each guitar, like usual. Bridge pickup first. Bridge pickup on, I think we'll go bridge pickup on the 79 first, bridge pickup on the copy, and then we'll go neck pickup 79, neck pickup on the copy. And again, as usual, people Tube, let me know which one you preferred and why in the comment section below. What was it about each one? So, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end of it as well. But these things, this guitar is identical to this. The body thickness, the contours, this does have a bit more of an arm contour than the 79. The 79 is really blocky. But the Jedson, which is what this one is actually a little bit more contour. But the body thickness are the same. The necks feel pretty much identical. We've both got the big headstocks. This one's got a three-way selector. It's got the original wiring, original pickups. Well, kind of original wiring. I'll talk about that more in the demo of it. It does have a replacement bridge on this guitar. It's got a Wilkinson bridge on it. But... it's kind of the same kind of deal as this one. The blocks in the old 70 Strats aren't steel blocks. They've both got gauge 10 to 46s on them. They're both kind of like the pickups are pretty much identical where they're set. Funnily enough as well, people Tube, with these 70s Strats, I tend to have the pickups a lot higher than I normally would. That's mainly because the pickups, for some reason, are a lot weaker. The pickups in the 79 are very, very weak, and the pickups in this guitar are very weak as well. So they are a lot higher than I normally would have them. If anybody spots that, that's why. But I say they both play absolutely amazingly. They, like I say, this is identical. This guitar is to this. You know, I've had the tape measure out and everything. It's really weird. The neck carves are slightly different, but they both feel amazing. But like they are pretty much they're the same guitar. Like I say, this one is wood. It's not plywood, this guitar isn't. I'll talk a bit more about that when I get to the demo. It's not actually a plywood, but it does have a veneer top and back. So it looks like it's a one piece, but it's actually not. But it is actually wood between that. But I'll talk a bit more about that when I get to the demo of this guitar. Anyway, PeelTube, that's enough waffle. Let's do a comparison between the two. Like I say, so 79 first, and then the copy on the bridge, and then 79 neck, 79 on the neck as well. The fake on the neck, sorry. Get it right, Dave. Anyway, so yeah, without further ado, let's go. Let's make some noise. rip a tube. There you go. That's the sound examples there. So I've just had to listen back to the sounds, and to me, the 79 is definitely the brighter of the two. The fake Fender here is definitely got a darker tone to it. It's also lower output, I would say, as well. Even though the pickups are identical at this point in time, I set the pickups up like to the same heights. I think these pickups could do with coming up a bit higher, personally. So in the demo of this guitar, the pickups might be a little bit higher than they are now, because this kind of like is just a little bit more output than this one, especially on that bridge pickup. The bridge pickups on both these guitars are quite weak, to be perfectly honest with you. The 79 isn't exactly Mr. Powerhouse. It's still quite weak as it goes. But this one just isn't quite there. So I might bring these pickups on the Jedson up a bit more, the fake Fender. Just to see if I can kind of like bring it up. But, so for me, the totally clean, no pedals, just the Marshall set really, really clean. The 79 won that. It just had that really glassy, jangly tone. It was just absolutely gorgeous. Whereas the the early 70s Strat, the fake Fender here, I hate keep calling it that, but it's kind of exactly what it is. But the non-Fender. It didn't really have much going on. It sounded great. I really like the sound of it. And in all fairness, I like the darker tone of this more. In certain things, I'll get to that in a minute. But for me, like totally clean, the 79 had that one on the bridge and the neck pickups. The neck pickup on this guitar is fantastic. But this one's got it's got more of a darker kind of tone to it. This one has, and I like that. You know, it's a really nice guitar to down tune. So I think the demo, I might have this guitar in E flat by then, people would tune, because I just kind of feel that's where it wants to be. That's where it wants to be. But totally clean, for me, I preferred the 79 over the non-Fender. This guitar sounds great though. It just sounds a little bit duller than the 79. The 79 has a bit more life to it, if you will. So when it came down to the dirty clean, for me, it was such a kind of like, it was a really hard one to pick, but I preferred the sound of the non-Fender with especially on the bridge pickup. I really like the way it responded with the golden plexi. I love the way this responds as well, but for me, the non-Fender with the dirty clean John Frusciante golden plexi tone, the non-Fender I really liked that. I really liked that. It was really warm and round, and it was just like, oh my god, it's so good. So in both positions, but the 79 isn't rubbish. These are two extraordinarily good guitars, you know what I mean? Like, they're really amazing guitars. I love them both to bits. You know what I mean? I couldn't part with either of these. I just couldn't. They're both so good, and they both got so much vibe and mojo, but they're both different, which I love so much. I love the fact that, you know, if I was doing totally clean funk disco stuff, I would go to the 79. If I wanted that kind of like warmer Jimi Hendrix kind of tone, I'd go to the non-Fender, because it's just got that thing. You know, it's just ace. I love it to bits. I love different guitars. This is why you own lots of guitars. For people like, why do you need that many guitars? Because they're all different. They all sound different. They've all got different voices, and they've all got different personalities as well. But for me, the dirty clean one, this just pinched it, because I just love the way it was so warm and round, and it was so good. So good. Oh yeah, another thing. I'll talk more about this guitar in the demo, people. I've got so much to talk about with this guitar. So there's so many cool things that have happened to this guitar. Like, it's just ace. Anyway, full vibe. So is this one though. But this one has not been played anywhere near as much as this one. So full out distortion. I couldn't really tell, but couldn't really pick between them. They both sounded great. You know, they both sounded great full stop. It was just like, when it comes down to totally clean, I would personally prefer the 79 over the non-Fender. And when it comes down to dirty clean, it goes the other way. And when it comes to distortion, either of them's good for me. They both sound fantastic with the golden plexi and the Marshall Governor on. They sound immense. So either one, really. They both sound really, really cool. And these are just fantastic guitars. They really are. I can see why these guitars caught the attention of Fender, and Fender were like saying, can you not do that, please? Because they are exact copies. You know, the Gibsons are as well. I've got a 1970s Columbus 335, And that is an exact copy, apart from its bolt-on neck. But apart from that, the specifications and all that, the measurements, very exact to like a 1964 ES335 by Gibson. It's really, really close. Anyway, but these guitars both are amazing. Like I said, I'll talk more about this when I do the demo, PeopleTube. It'll be not the next video, but the video after that, I believe. I think I've got something else planned for Wednesday. This is a Monday video, isn't it, Dave? Without my calendar, PeopleTube, I am lost. Anyway, but yeah, they're both amazing guitars. PeopleTube, which one did you prefer and why? You know, what was it about the non-Fender or what was it about the 79 that you liked? Did you prefer the non-Fender for really clean and the 79 for the distortion or what? You know, what was it? Let me know in the comment section below. But these 70s non-Fenders, you know, Ibanez, Antoria, Jedson, which is what this thing is. These are amazing. I'll talk a bit more about this kind of thing when I get to the demo. But if you see one of these things, they're so worth it. And the thing is too, is like, you know, this is a vintage guitar. You know, we all love vintage guitars because they're great. You know, they've got the history. That's the main thing that draws me to old guitars is the history of them. When I think about this guitar could have been made in 1969 or 1970. This guitar could have been around when Jimi Hendrix was around. You know, that makes me like, you know, I love that. And I love the fact of like, you know, this guitar has been played to the max. This has been played way more than the 79 has. This is right up there with like my Hondo 2 Strat copy from the 70s. And way up there like with the 62 and some of the other vintage guitars I've got. But these things are amazing, you know, and like I say, measurement-wise, neck-wise, you know, feel-wise, they feel exactly the same. You know, these guitars, they've got slightly different neck carves, but they've got the same vibe. You know what I mean? They've got the same vibe. And this thing is absolutely stunning. It really is stunning. I mean, like the pickup covers and the control knobs have aged. You know, I love the massive hole for the Allen key adjustment, which, to be honest with you, Fender should have, because that makes it so much easier. You don't have to take the neck off to adjust the truss rod. You know, you got the big headstock, big 70s headstock. You got your Made in Japan thing there. I love these plates that say Made in Japan. I think they look so cool. But these things are incredible. They really are. I cannot recommend these things enough. You know, and they are just insanely good. They are insanely good. This one's built like a tank as well. This one is built like a tank. As I say, I'll talk more about it in the review. But yeah, coming back to the comparison review, which one? Which one did you prefer? And again, you don't have to prefer one for all sounds. You can pick and choose. So say you like the non-Fender for the dirty clean like me, but you like the 79 for distortion, but then you like this one for clean or whatever, you know. Or was there just one that you just stuck out to you? Was it just the 79 or was it the non-Fender? But either way, let me know. I want to read your comments. I like reading your comments. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, until the next video, PeopleTube, I will see you soon, and you will see this guitar a lot more as well. I really love this guitar. I don't know where this guitar is going to live. I don't know if it's going to live here at Queenie's or it's going to live at my house. I don't know where this guitar is going to be because I kind of want to have one at each house, if that makes any sense. Anyway, but this guitar is absolutely stunning. Like I said, I can't recommend these things enough. If you can find one of these things, they're not a lot of money. They're really, really cheap. Like I said, I'll talk a bit more about that in the video. But anyway, let me know which one you preferred and why, and I'll see you again in another video. If you like the videos I do here, PeopleTube, please consider, I've got hiccups now, please consider becoming a patron at Patreon. Oh, calm it down. It's because I've been talking and I've been taking in too much air. Breathe. Yeah, if you like the videos I do here, please consider becoming a patron at Patreon. Link to that is in the description box below, as well as links to other stuff there as well. And yeah, I'll see you again for another video very soon. Have a great morning, afternoon, good evening, and goodbye now. Thank you indeed for watching. And again, let me know which one you preferred and why. I'd like to know. Let's go. Goodbye. Let's go. Where are you going? I must get food, Dave. I'm starving. I need a sandwich.